So Lily, tell us about yourself. About your, you're a practicing musician. Yeah. What do you play and what do you do?
I play drums and sing in a band. I have 2 bands now. I've been playing drums for 5 years. I also play guitar. I don't know how long I've been playing guitar, but that's basically what I do.
What's the name of your band?
My band is called Detached Dolls.
Is it all girls?
It's all girl punk band.
I think just being a woman and sticking to it, persevering against, the odds are great even, for a man, but for anybody trying to get over in the music business, the odds are not very good. And it requires tremendous perseverance. But when you start adding the sexual component into it, I think it probably gets pretty soul-crushing in the early stages.
I admire anybody who's had the wherewithal and the strength to just keep going and to not get discouraged and then to actually succeed.
Basically, the reason why I'm a singer-songwriter is just because I want to make music that's going to change my surroundings and influence the people around me, and I really want to have an emotional impact on my generation.
Every lie becomes a blur. All that's left is a memory of how we once were.
The thing that's always gotten me is why there are not more women composers in the film and television worlds, because women are the masters at manipulating emotion. And that's what you do when you score a film. You manipulate people's emotions. When you are producing and composing, you are in control of the whole shebang, and it's a control thing. Guys don't want to have women controlling the shots. They like women as producers, they like women as producers who are organizing, line producers. They like women who are producing and organizing the game, but they don't like the women who are controlling the shots.
I think it's been an old boys club for a long time. The music business has kind of been run by, the accounting practices of the mob from the 1950s are still in place to pay you. So you get an idea of dynamically, it is a bit of a testosterone, you're kind of surrounded by a lot of old school guys. That's actually changing now. I think now you're seeing that there's not a lot of money in music anymore. It's really for the love of it. And that's made it a lot better, a lot healthier. And I think throughout the last few years, you've seen a lot of female songwriters, Linda Perry, Bonnie McKee. So there's Kathy Dennis. There's some people who have been lighting it up because it's maybe a little less, cliquish than it probably was.
I think if you want to get into the music industry, you really have to, if you're a woman, have to have perseverance against people telling you that, it's just a fad that you want to get into. I had a lot of people tell me that, I may want to do this now just because everyone else is doing it, but, you definitely have to stick with it if you want to do it. It's not something that's going to come easy or something that you can just pick up and put down. You definitely have to stay with it, and definitely I think that's a really, really good trait, is to want to continue on and make it a bigger thing.
My love of music, I am a big fan of electronic dance music. My sister is a lot older than me, and when I was 9 years old in the car with her, she played a trance song, and I knew from that day that that was my love. That song and that music was just what I wanted to carry with me for the rest of my life. And my favorite genre is trance music, and I hope to inspire to produce trance music and become a trance vocalist. And I also just love everything to do with music and sound, the production.
And I just love to write music. I love music. I love music. I love it, love it, love it. I love it so much that I would not be able to live my life without writing songs and creating music. It is my sustenance. It's like when you watch, Monsters, Inc., and they used fear to be the thing that propelled the energy of the city, and then they changed it to laughter. For me, it's music. It propels me. It makes me breathe. It is everything. It's like a sustenance for me. And I really believe that women, young girls out there, unless you feel that way, you shouldn't be doing it. You know, if you love music and you just want to be around it all the time and it makes you feel like life's worth living and it makes you feel that gratification you feel as a human being, then you should wholeheartedly put everything into it, because the music business is a business and it's not just about music, and you have to deal with all of the other creepy stuff that have nothing to do with the art. What I would say, like one of the things I would say to, say, a young songwriter is I would say, if you're a songwriter and it's all about the song, then find an artist, find someone who can sing it if it's not yourself. If it's yourself, great. And then hook up with a producer, because production is learned by working with other producers. You can't, unless you're the artist yourself and you're doing everything in your house and you're working on your sound, you have to work with other people and sort of figure out how it works. And you can do additional production, you can do a bunch of other different things, but you have to put yourself in a place where you can work with other people and get the people so that everything kind of comes together around your song. At the end of the day, it's about the song. It really is. Great songs. And you know, sometimes if you're not the songwriter and you want to produce, find the great songs. Find the artist, singer-songwriter, and say, I want to produce you. Come in here and then figure out a way to get studio time. Do trade-offs with people. It's incredible.
Brought the rain with you back to my door. I'm playing with fire just like before. Face to face, all your lies become a blur. All that's left is a memory of how we once were. I still remember ruined flowers on the floor. First time was hard enough, but you're back again for more. What about tomorrow when the sunshine fades to gray? What about tomorrow when there's nothing left to say? Fooled me once, I'll never forget. My broken heart has to ask, what about tomorrow? What about tomorrow?